Welcome to Tionesta, Pennsylvania. Build number 3. I love it here. Allegheny National Forest, hemlock trees, moss, old cabins that have been here for a long time. A lot of stories in these cabins, a lot of families having memories that you cannot replace.
Project Tionesta. It's our last build of 2022, and boy, has it been a learning experience along the way.
Tiny towns in the middle of nowhere. You never hear about unless you've been there. Little dots on a big map, keeping a train on the track, carrying the load on the back. These tiny towns make the world go round. Yeah, these tiny towns.
Renovation Hunters is presented by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods.
Well, gentlemen, here we are. Number 3. This morning, Hal gave me the wonderful news that we got rain in the forecast all week.
All week. 7 out of 8 days, guys. So we've got a small window to get this part out here framed up, so we ain't got no time to delay. Let's unload this trailer.
Sounds good to me.
It's gonna be elbows and you know what else.
Hey, you know us Florida boys are used to the rain, so.
Finding Tionesta, PA was just like we scheduled it. This is what Renovation Hunters is all about. Small town America, close-knit people.
Everything, including the kitchen sink.
People who live for family and friends and get-togethers and love the outdoors. And man, the family that we found here since 1971, they've had as many as 13 people staying in an 800 square foot hunting cabin at one time. This is kitchen,
Slash.
dining room, living room.
A little bit of everything. Hangout space, cooking space.
Yeah, no ladders needed. Okay, so
Old closet.
there used to be a closet in the corner.
Got you.
This was my grandparents' room, and after my grandfather retired, they would come up Monday through Friday and spend the week. So Grandma wanted a closet, so we put a closet in.
This floors look like what I used to play basketball on in a gym.
Real similar.
Very cool story, though. My grandfather collected the floorboards from an old school building that had a fire.
Nice.
Looks like a little hot water action, little pump.
Little water system we put in. Something to use for sinks and showers.
A shower has been a luxury.
Was this a drain for the hot water?
No, that's actually, they don't have a well on the property.
Oh, so
they
this
take
the water supply?
They take water from the neighbors. They plan to put a well in, and this is what would make this build so critical for them. So they're looking at it from a budgetary standpoint. They can either do some improvements on the inside of the cabin, or they can put a well.
So if we do all this, then they can take their money and put
They
it
can
towards
do it
a
on a
well,
well.
have their own water. That's a good idea. Coming into this build, when we first looked at this house, it had a lot of pros and cons. And starting with the pros was, it's just 800 square foot. But then when we got into it, they did not have their own water supply. The type of heat they had in was super inefficient, but we are certainly ecstatic of what we come up with, and we think that when they see this, they're gonna be blown away. I think this one's gonna push the envelope, not because it's so big, but just because there's a lot of changes.
There's a lot of changes, but I think because of the defined spaces that we have to work with, we're gonna be able to have the crew come through and knock each one out. But I gotta put a schedule together, and they have to follow that schedule.
I think I'm gonna get you a helper, a little helper. I think I might call old Sasquatch. You may need a strong back on this one, bro.
He can't work inside. So
Who better to bring in than Sasquatch, I guess. Day one, we got here, we were waiting on some materials, so we got a little bit of the demo done. We got the battens off the walls, took out the old windows, reframed the openings.
For removing blinds is to be as gentle as possible. And then that way, you'll have them to use again.
Hey, we could take that to the flea market.
Yeah, that's that weight's in it.
and sell it,
Old lead glass.
That's nice. Now that a lot of the materials are coming, we're gonna be able to start on this addition.
Pull tight. I'm pulling tight.
We had to find a way, trying to keep the mystique of the place and not overchanging it, but to make it more comfortable for them. And with that, come the addition.
Okay. Let's go check the back one, and then we'll check her for square. What?
Well, nobody told me it had to be square. Good part about the addition is the slab and the footing's already in place, so we'll just be able to go vertical from there.
Sorry.
So on this build, there's a unique situation. We've got a lot of people moving around. We've got one way in and out. And one of the most challenging parts of this build is definitely staying on schedule. We've got teams of people inside, we've got teams of people outside. And if we don't stay on schedule, the next day is gonna be a problem.
Go down the line.
My first job is demo and pulling down the ceiling tiles. Then I had to back out all the furring strips and get it ready for the new shiplap ceiling.
I was so worried. I'm like, oh man, my arms are gonna be so tired and stuff, you know. But this isn't too bad.
These old wool furnaces, they serve their purpose, but 30 inches, the door's 31 with the door off. I moved inside because a furnace was gonna be, we knew that was gonna be quite the task getting it out. See what we have here.
Hi, boss.
Hey. 32 and a half, so we got a 2.5 inch variance, so she's going out the window.
I'm from about 2 hours away from here, and I've come up here many times as a child, and it's just so nice to be home. And honestly, the critters and the bugs here aren't as bad as Virginia, so it's awesome.
Let's make sure he is a black snake. Yes, no, he's a king snake. Come over here and look at this fella right here. See? You never know what you're gonna find in a cabin in PA.
Let me see.
See right there? He don't bite hard.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna go get a glove, and then I'm gonna catch this snake and get him out of here. I'll be right back. The Lusk family left a rubber snake in there that I actually thought was real. Now, it didn't scare me. I got excited because I like catching snakes. But when I caught it, it didn't move. So I realized at that point that they were trying to pull one over on me, but you didn't get me.
Is he alive?
Not very much so.
It's a really tight spot. Here we go. This is the last build for season 1. We are in my home state, Pennsylvania, more affectionately known as Pennsyltucky. It's gonna hit close to home geographically and just because it's a huge blessing to be able to do this.
Take it off and then detach this one.
We have a lot of bared lumber coming to this cabin, which is really special because I've heard a story that the current owners of this cabin, their grandfather said they only wanted lumber from Baird Brothers in this cabin. So they're gonna get just that. The truck rolled up. It was really cool to see because they're brand new trucks and they got the new wraps on the edges.
How about this? Come on. Signed, sealed, delivered. If you're thinking hardwoods, better be thanking Baird. Holy moly, that's a lot of wood. Are we building? Is there another place we're building?
Yeah, we're gonna go 3 stories.
I think that's an interesting thing.
This one piece will make 52 layers.
Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required.
You got her, Hal?
Left you hanging there, boss.
The great thing about Renovation Hunters is we don't have sponsors. We have partners in the truest sense of the word. Baird Lumber shows up with all this wood and lumber, and they bring a crew with them, and they're here helping us unload it. And they come here and they help us. Steve Stack is out there every build. He's been here working to help us complete this. That is what a partner is.
I'm in that thought process of how can we doll this place up? And I got Kevin and Hal on the phone, and I said, hey guys, this is a little bit of an undertaking, but I think you got the team that can do it. How about we do this? And some different wall treatments and ceiling treatments and things like that. And they said, oh, that sounds great, Steve. Yeah, go ahead, figure that in. So our 26-foot box truck shows up, and our driver opens them back doors, and Hal and Kevin, their jaws just, it hit the floor. They said, what is all this lumber for? I said, well, you guys said that, yeah, it sounded good. So I said, sounded good, sounds like an order to me, so we ordered it up.
So does this come with free installation?
We got a week's worth of work to do.
Yeah, no, we got 2 weeks worth of work to do.
In 1 week. In 1 week, you know, but it'll be worth it. It's a horse race, and you guys will handle it. We've chased this Renovation Hunters team across the United States and back. Now we're close to home. We're only a couple hours away, and with 5 of our different product categories, we're taking this little place, and you're not going to want to make this a weekend house. You're going to want to live up here.
Here we go.
Hey!
How's it coming?
Oh my gosh, we're killing it in here. Watch out for the fan blades, Gina. Whoa! Hey!
Well, to say the least, I'm cautiously optimistic because Kevin's been snapping the whip over here today. And as you can see, the house is already making some pretty major changes. We are getting ready to start framing up the addition. We have got the new windows already in the front. We got the door closed in. They're already putting the new ceilings in and some of the new walls inside the thing. Man, we are rolling right now. So keep your fingers crossed. This could be a good day.
Out there? How's that, Camp? Yep. Hal called me up and said we're gonna need some help, some bigger guys, so who better to bring in than Sasquatch, I guess. I'm a jack of all trades and master of none.
Yeah, we always like strong backs and framing, and tall guys that can reach way on up there.
You know, I didn't really know what to expect when I showed up. I drove across the country coming from Montana. Showed up a little late in the afternoon because traveling with a 1-year-old. And man, I'm pleasantly surprised. You know, there's a great team here. They're all working together good. We're busting out some work. It's awesome. Contraband material.
Hold on.
You know, I think the addition's gonna be amazing for the family because it doesn't look that big from the outside, but with the vaulted ceilings inside, I think it's gonna give a lot more room and a whole different feel to that cabin.
Yeah, we've had a few hiccups along the way, nothing that we can't work past. Pretty common stuff in the construction world. Concrete's never perfect, so you have to adjust your wood accordingly. So a little bit of slopes, a little bit of drops, but we're able to, you know, lift, tuck, level, plumb, and work through those little issues. That's kind of why they bring in guys like the camper, because we're the best in the business. So if anyone can do it, of course we can.
Hey, man, I don't want to say it too loud, but pretty good first day.
Don't jinx me. After the weather forecast you gave me this morning,
just so you know, it ain't changed.
the guys have done awesome. We're still waiting for somebody to come in. Flight canceled 3 times, but as we trickled in today, people got right at it.
Get a good dinner, good night's rest, but an early start in the morning. Now here's the deal. Right now they're calling for rain at 4:30 a.m. to about 7:30. So if it's done by 7:30, we got the whole day clean.
Yeah.
So if we can get a roof on that thing tomorrow.
Priority number 1 is roofing tomorrow. If we're rained out, we got tons of interior trim and painting to do. And then we can also start staining the log siding.
Chrissy and I are tackling the bedroom there, and we're installing a window, and we're fixing up all the trim and the walls in there. And then it's off the kitchen, and that's the biggest thing to do.
Hey guys, I got you all gathered around here. Great first day. Kevin, what do we got for him today?
We got roof going on this. Hopefully we won't have any rain to contend with. Ladies, ceiling's looking great. Walls, can I get you, Rob, work on the wall?
Yep, we're gonna finish the ceiling and then get that wall up as soon
Okay.
as the ceiling's done.
We can get the doors set later on today on the interior. That'd be a big deal. I'd like to hold off on interior painting just because that's a perfect job to do if we get rain. Let's focus on getting these new windows installed, trimmed out on the exterior, and maybe we can jump on the siding, do a little staining of that later on today.
All right, let's go knock it out, guys.
All right, guys.
I got here a day late because I had some airline trouble, but everybody was working, got a ton of stuff done, and now I finally get to work, get my hands dirty, and just so excited to get part of this build here in Tionesta.
Screw this down, and then go ahead and put your filler studs in.
Okay.
Tape it all up.
Anything with these we need to secure up a little bit?
Once you screw that
It'll be
seal
good
down there, it's gonna lock everything in place.
Good deal. Chrissy and I are tackling the bedroom there, and we're installing a window, and we're fixing up all the trim and the walls in there. And then it's off the kitchen, and that's the biggest thing to do. We have to completely redo that thing, kitchen cabinets, we have to do countertops, we have to do walls, ceilings, everything else, and completely turn that kitchen around.
The kitchen, I'm gonna be honest with you, pretty unexciting. So we've gotta make some magic happen here. It's pretty basic, the counters are pretty basic, cupboard's pretty basic. So I'm excited to pull some stuff down, pull some paneling off, and really just elevate it.
I like that shape, double-sided.
Yeah, right. I've had a good chance this week to work side by side with Steve Stack from Baird. Steve has been a trooper through the first couple builds. They're a great sponsor, but also they've set their people and they are not afraid to work. We put up a wall today on day 2. We've been working on various ceilings, and we're about to jump in over the next day or so to doing the ceiling and an access panel in the bathroom. So we're gonna move the old access panel from a visible space to the bathroom. It'll be behind the door, and quite frankly, the rest of the cabin will benefit from not having that being visible.
So as we get into these builds, you know, the biggest thing is assigning people to their strengths. Right away, I knew that Camper and Mike, JR, and Laramie is probably best suited outside. We're needing to get this addition up sooner than later. They're working hard at it. Got the rest of the team working inside, and the team is just knocking it out. Yesterday, we finished out strong. Had high expectations for today, and so far we have hit it. Wanted to get the roof framed on the addition. That's happened. Getting paper put on that addition. That's happening right now. The rest of the team is finishing up the interior ceilings, and we're gonna be ready to do some painting by the end of today. Good time? Lunchtime. Mr. Stack is finishing up our story pole for our siding so we can get an idea how we're gonna run that. We go grab the guys because they deserve a break and I know they're hungry.
One of the things that you're seeing through the season and on this build is that everybody is moving faster because I think the team has figured out how to work with each other.
That's really good.
Love you toasted buns, Chris.
I mean, it's day 2 and ain't nobody yelled at nobody.
I knew it. I had to go outside of Bassett. That's where I checked in.